On it.
704-883-5129 is the live call in.
So the Lakers the best team. They do got the best talent though. I can't lie. But I'm just thinking about, from a defensive stand, they got a defensive coach with the Clippers. You got
check.
You got two of the you got best of the you got two of the best two-way players in the league.
It's good.
Pat Beverly. Then they ain't think about like.
Hey, we talking about relationships all day.
You think LeBron got all he need? LeBron need a couple of more.
What's that number?
The only way he gonna win. The only way LeBron gonna take it. I'm a LeBron fan. But you know when he missed, it's a system that he always had. He got to stretch forward and Anthony Davis. But
what's that calling number, y'all?
883-5129.
But your boy KCP this year gonna have to be a knockdown shooter.
883-5129.
They do.
883-5129.
But he ain't.
Let me pin this.
He can shoot that rock, no doubt. That corner three, yeah, he cold. He's a great defensive player too.
Right there, y'all. Just pinned that up at the top. Talking about
Rondo.
relationships all day.
You right. You right with the other pieces they just added though. It might have did though.
Yeah, Miss Starberg. One of the pink ones too. You know how them pink ones do.
You right. Clippers got to add a couple more role players to the bench though.
Talking about relationships all day.
I like Montrezl Harrell though.
Put your input
I just think he was in and out. He was in and out last year. They didn't let him. He couldn't get his rhythm because they had him coming off the bench. Sometimes he starts. Sometimes he's off the bench.
Live in 1 minute. Y'all sure the live.
The world gonna be sick. Right.
Hey.
Yeah, you're right though. Troy Daniels and Danny Green can't shoot that rock. Oh, he's so for liking him, bro.
Dang, make sure when you talk,
What's up, Landon?
That mic or you grab that mic.
Oh yeah, when you talk, they can't hear you. Oh, this one right here.
Especially for the audio. And you can pull that to you if you want, Breon.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Exactly. Yeah, where Russell Westbrook going? That's what we need to know.
What's
I heard he
good,
going to
bro?
Houston.
Oh no, that's not a good fit though. Him
I
and
need
James
some-
Harden.
I need some
Man,
of them
they gonna be
scraps and
fighting in the
wings
locker
from last
room,
night,
bro.
Tion.
They gonna be scrapping, especially if Chris Paul's still there. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. I gotta take this head off and shit.
You right though, man. He does. It'd be a perfect fit for the Hornets, bro.
Gotta go off. All right.
What's good, Mike? Yeah, we been good, bro.
We on 5.
Smurf, what's good, big dog?
4, 3, 2.
Oh, dang, you gotta give us some bars, man.
We need at least an 8, bro. At least a quick 8.
Man, we done had all these female MCs come over here dropping them, bro. Either one, we gonna give it to them.
What a handful, can folk. You are now tuned in to Academy Radio. I'm 11. I'm with Genius on the beat.
Oh, what's good?
Big Baby Boom.
Yeah.
And Honest.
What's up?
Man, this is Academy on Air. We just here to inspire, motivate, and most importantly,
Show
love, man. And today we're showing love to two. It's a different show. Two very special guests, man. First, man, the hometown hero. My man, Breon Borders. Give it up for Breon Borders, man.
Hey.
Shout out to the Jaguars, man. And secondly, we got Damein Blackwell, man. Damein Blackwell.
Yeah.
Damein Blackwell. Good combo. Smart, intelligent man. I fucks with him a long way, for real. Turn this down. Academy on there, man. Look, check it out, y'all. So, I asked Facebook about some topics we could talk about. I was talking to the homies today, and we started talking about relationships, man. And we feel like girls got their red table. They get to talk about how they feel, to talk about their perspective, but we rarely ever get to talk about how we truly feel and our perspective in relationships. So we're gonna use this show to talk about how we truly feel and our perspective. I got some questions about is it possible? Do y'all think that it's possible for a man and a woman to come from the same struggle, be unsuccessful, and reach success together? Both of their ideas of success is personal achievement. So, for instance, I'm with a chick. My idea of success is I need a Grammy. Her idea for success is she wants to own a business. Is it possible for me to get my Grammy and her to own her business and we still be together the entire way?
Oh. Oh.
We stay together the entire way. Is that possible? I don't think that shit's possible. I'm going to keep it a whole 100. I don't think it's possible at all because I think at some point, somebody's dream is going to get bigger. At some point, it might be my dream. At some point, she's going to have to, I guess, sacrifice her dream to support me and mine. So I might have to go to Atlanta for an award ceremony. That means I want her to go with me. She's going to have to close the shop for a week or something like that. She ain't trying to close the shop for a week. She's going to have to trust me to go to Atlanta for a week. You know what I'm saying? And once I get that award, you want to be with the people you love, you know what I'm saying, when you get your award. So I feel like at some point somebody's going to have to put theirs on the back burner, put their dream on the back burner to support the other person's in their dream.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. Yeah. Feel like you just got to be comfortable with your partner not being with you. Like we need the support, but you got to be comfortable with going on the journey by yourself.
Facts.
And they going on their journey by themselves and just knowing that the love is strong enough to bring y'all back together at a point where y'all are settled. And then y'all may have to venture off again, like making a figure eight, coming back in the middle, then going back on your own adventures and coming back in the middle.
You got to be okay with splitting up.
Yeah.
In that split up though, is it safe to venture out into other territories?
That was about to be
man,
my
I ain't
question.
gonna say it's safe. I ain't gonna say it's okay, but I say
yes, Shaniqua, you can call in.
True love. It should. True love. That's the test of your true love. Can you handle that? If that's part of your circumstance and your journey.
Tell me this: if you do venture out, and you, I guess, quote unquote, cheat, or you're with somebody else, should that be enough to kill the relationship or kill the investment? And y'all know that y'all are kind of working in the figure eight.
I think you got to take that and accept that might happen. I don't think that should be enough to. Man, that's tough, man, cause that's a real, like Nah, I think true love, that shouldn't even break it up. I think it should still, the investment is more important than that regardless.
So if it's true love, you should come back from cheating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, you can come back from,
both,
I say
bro, what
both,
you think?
bro.
Is it different? Is cheating different?
Right. Yeah. Because women know how to love past their pride. I think pride is get in the way of our endeavors, our accomplishments, because we're so prideful. We don't see the some of the small lessons in our situations sometimes.
So, going back, man, to what you were saying at first about is it possible? You think it's not possible, man? I think it is, just because I saw it. It's I've had I got coaches in my life. I got other mentors in my life to where I feel like both them and their partner done what they set out to do. Since they was kids. The advice that I got, you know, that I was younger was, man, it's gonna be hard. You know, it's kind of like another job. So, I mean, you out here working on your career, and you know, she's focused on her career. It's another separate job. You know, handling what you got to handle in your relationship, and I feel like, man, you can get it done if you just work hard at it, man. You know, understand each other is time is gonna be conflicting sometimes. You know, I feel like, man, it's all about understanding. The stuff that I've learned.
I just think you got to show that. You got to show that affection.
Yeah.
I think that's the part that's you still got to be affectionate along the way, though. It's oftentimes like if you building a business and you building a brand or you are athlete, whatever you're doing, it requires work, and sometimes that work can become overwhelming. So once you come home once you come home and have to, you know what I'm saying, show your spouse that affection, sometimes you're not in the mood to do that.
Right.
Because building this business may have moments where it's done piss you off for the day.
Yeah,
and
but I think
that energy comes home with you sometimes, and oftentimes your spouse might get the backlash of what's going on. So I think that's the difficult part. I think.
Sure, D. I agree with you. That being the difficult part. I guess the solution is exhausting those efforts. Whenever when you tired, you still gotta love. You still gotta love that unconditional. That's unconditional love. Loving through the circumstance, no matter the situation.
Yeah.
Right.
Being in that moment and still being a vessel of love and not a vessel of violent acts. Just being love.
So not being selfish.
Being selfish. Being selfless. Selfless.
Oh man, I feel like though if shit, like what is required, like the type of focus, like me coming from where I'm coming from, the type of focus that is required for me to get a Grammy, like if that's my personal achievement to get a Grammy out of Statesville, come from Statesville and get a Grammy, the type of focus that is required for me to put into my music and into my brand, I'm not confident it's leaving a lot of room for me to give a woman what she needs in order to feel secure in a relationship.
I mean, I feel
like
you.
So that's why I'm like I'm more so focused on the struggle. Like if y'all coming from the same place, the same like hometown, y'all both got the same small town mindset that y'all got to get out of. So y'all got to go to a different city to get out of that small town mindset. So that's gonna split y'all up unless y'all go to the same big city to get out of that small town mindset. You know what I'm saying? And once you go to a different city to get out the small town mindset, you meet other people and you meet new opportunities, and you even start to realize that you got bigger dreams than you even had in a small town. And you start to see yourself on the bigger stage than you saw yourself in the small town. You know what I'm saying? And your chick doing the same thing. Like hell, she might be at UNC, you might be at A&T. You know what I'm saying? She growing bigger dreams. You getting bigger dreams too. Yeah, y'all are coming back together for like Thanksgiving and Christmas and shit, but I ain't confident that's
But you know what? Like I think another one of the bigger obstacles will be that support, though.
Right.
Like you chasing these dreams, but you got to have a support system behind you, and that's your biggest supporter. And then oftentimes they're not with you.
Yeah.
I just
their own thing. That's why I say I make the point of saying both of your ideas of success is personal achievement. Like I think if her idea of success is to have a happy family, then it's possible. Like if my ideal of success is to have a Grammy, her idea of success is to be in a relationship, be secure, and have a happy family. We can both do that shit because she can just support me as I become the breadwinner. I give her a kid. She got her success. I stay with her. I'm faithful to her. She got her idea of success. But
we seen it though. Like even when like we talk about Aisha Carey, we was talking about earlier. Aisha Carey, like she got everything that anybody would ever dream of, and she still felt she still was looking for more, more attention. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, she got everything. It's whatever you wanted, and she was still getting affection from her husband.
Guess it's perspective.
Yeah, bro. I think a lot of women think they want that shit, but then they realize like it's a lot. I think it's harder nowadays, man, because it's a lot more out here for women too. Like back in the day, it was easy for a woman to play that role because she ain't have a whole lot of other opportunities.
Man, I think women are weaker. Like, yeah, like I think women have.
Oh shit! You think they weaker, Big Baby Boom?
I think we dealing with a weaker. I mean, because back then, grandma and them, man, they husband was drunks, abusive, and they still cook their
Was
food.
that strong or was that stupid?
I mean, they loved them. That was their form of love.
Okay.
Like that was my husband. I married this dude, and I must have forever.
Yeah, no doubt.
I got options. Yeah,
Yeah. You got one more time.
yeah.
But you know what? Marriage, bro, back then, marriage meant forever because when the woman got married, she became property of the man. She was an extension of the man, so she ain't really have no other options.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
if
what's the
she
difference now?
Because if she divorced the man, she can still go and get a job and compete in society. Back
Man.
then, she couldn't go. She couldn't
That's
say,
true.
"Fuck
That's
you,
true.
get out
That's
my
true.
house,
I ain't think
go
about
and
that
get a
perspective.
job, and then still compete." Like she needed that man. You know what I'm saying? So now
Look
shit's
at-
a little different. They like, "Fuck you, I don't need you. I can get my own job."
Right.
And people got to think about social media though.
That's
You know what I mean?
facts.
Back in the
Speak
day,
on
they
it.
ain't have the world in the palm of their hands. You know, they
Right.
from little old Statesville, but they not go. You know, back in the day, they wasn't picking up their phone and saying, "Oh, he
I'm
from
false
Charlotte, he
believe.
cute."
That's facts.
You know,
facts. Little
you
old
know, it's different.
Statesville can touch the entire world now.
Right.
Back
different,
in
man.
the day, you gonna find somebody in Statesville, you gonna settle down in Statesville, and you gonna
Right.
make the best of Statesville. You know what I'm saying? But now, shit, we see a whole lot more options. And be double tapping the your damn thumb tired.
Well,
Double
man.
tapping.
And plus, we gotta. It's our perspective with the Aisha Curry, and we suggest that she's getting enough attention. I mean,
Yeah.
Curry playing a long ass season.
You
Even
right.
added on
He
the
ain't
playoff
home
games,
oftentimes. Yeah.
We think he giving
Yeah.
the nigga gone all the damn.
That's real.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she knew that. Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right. Right.
Right. Right.
That's true.
I agree with that.
I think it's a bit of jealousy, man.
You think it's jealous?
Thank you,
Yeah.
jealous.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I'm honestly. I think that's what it
Being
is.
Title of being, I feel like she wants some attention. The only reason she wants attention is because he has the attention. I can just say I say that because I mean you got the dream. You got what you asked for, really. Like that's what you quote unquote women are raised to find a good rich man and let him take care of you. Have him have his kids, and
That's
Like
what
that
I feel like
idea of
will be the
success.
biggest issue, though.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna become a point, like you said earlier, Tevin. It's gonna become a point where somebody's success is gonna outgrow the next,
And they're gonna be
and it's
like,
gonna
"What about
someone's
me?"
gonna get jealous along the way.
Yeah, like what about me? I want my dream. What about my dream?
and what is it?
So she
Yeah.
required the attention.
That's real. Yeah.
Right.
Much
Yeah,
volume out of
I ain't getting a lot of volume. Good shit.
What I'm saying is, you know, when I'm trying to breathe on lap.
Yeah, I think like a home, bro. Shit better.
Yeah, that's true.
Pardon us, y'all. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, technical. Yeah, there we go.
Back in action.
What I'm saying is, he's known on a global level.
Right.
Right.
That man walk around China, he got to cover his face.
Right.
People
Right.
know who he is.
Right.
She's never gonna have that.
Right.
I don't care how many pots and pans she say. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's just, she, you know what I mean? But it's dope. She's doing her own dream and obviously has some success with it.
Right.
She just has to understand that he's not gonna reach it.
Yeah, that's
Right.
different.
And like my man's like, think jealous.
The jealousy.
Yeah.
But do you think that jealousy is inevitable when you reach your level of success? That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like she's been there the whole time.
Right.
That's why I'm asking: is it possible for someone to be there the whole time and never get jealous? Like just fucking support you the whole time. You get all these accolades, and then in order for them to chase their dream, because like believe it or not, Stephen Curry had to invest in Aisha Curry for her to get that shit. She just didn't get that shit on her own. He had to give us some money.
I think that's a question better for Breon.
I agree.
Because he get to see it though. I mean, he get to see it now. It might not be him, but I'm sure he's not seeing it in the locker rooms and everything.
Go ahead, bro.
But can you restructure the question? Because like for me personally,
like it's able for like your make to be there the whole time from the bottom till you reach your success. And
yeah, man. You see me, I'm going through it right now. You know what I mean? I'm dreaming with my eyes open right now.
Right.
And you know, I got my girl, you know, I've been rocking with my girl. So
Right.
I mean, of course, you know, I got forever on my mind.
Right,
You know,
right.
she has forever on her mind. But I mean,
like from some of your colleagues, like some of your mentors have this may be married, dude.
I mean, like,
So you're gonna have your bumps and bruises along the way.
Whoever just call back. Whoever just call back. My bad, I ain't had a microphone plugged up. My bad, Breon. Go ahead, bro.
I mean, I feel like you obviously gonna have your bumps and bruises, man, along the way. But me personally, man, and the people I know, I feel like we can find a way to make it happen, man. You gotta
Your
take that stuff
girlfriend
as
now,
it
bro,
comes.
when did you meet her?
I met her, man, my senior year of high school, man. And we really been rocking since then, man. And,
Damn, bro, that's fast.
Yeah,
Salute
yeah.
to that.
Oh yeah,
Salute
so
to that.
and like I said, man, I'm living a dream, you know, and she been supporting me the whole way. You know, I haven't sensed any, you know, jealousy or nothing from her, but I mean, I know for a fact she got dreams she want to chase.
Right.
And she was at one point, and I mean, she was well on the way, man. But you know, things happen.
Right.
You know, kids happen.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's how that worked out. But she just
Hello?
put on the back burner.
Hey,
you
we
know,
here. Academy on there. Who am I speaking with?
Okay. This is Kalia.
What they here for?
What's good?
So, okay, I wanted to make a comment.
Come on.
I didn't feel as if like Aisha was so much jealous of her husband. I just feel like, you know, as a woman, sometimes you give up your dreams and you are kind of like in the background
That's how my
helping him
girl
pursue
is,
his.
yeah.
I agree with Damein because she, you know, she has her cooking thing going on and all that. But at the same time, I feel like this is what she meant by like the attention part. Like if both of them went in a room together, like as a woman, you want people to still notice you. Not you want attention from other men or stuff like that, but you just still want to be like, okay, that's his wife. Like, look at her. Like, you know, look at me. But since he is so big, he's going to still overpower her. So I feel like sometimes like the way that people took that out of context, you know.
Well, I mean,
That's
it's
just how I
obvious
feel
that
about
it's obvious that he's gonna be bigger than her. Like, did she not expect that from supporting the nigga's dreams year in and year out?
At the same time, you can't just like you can't just say like, well, that's what she asked for. That's what like she that's what she wanted. Like, I mean, she's not gonna be equal to him. We understand that, but she can still express how she feels. But it's like, you know, the whole world kind of like jumped like, oh, she ain't happy with her man or she wants this, wants that. No, she just saying from a standpoint where she's at, it's kind of being in the background, just being the wife, you know what I'm saying? And then he's this, you know, this basketball player. Like, I mean, she do got to take care of the kids and the house and all of that stuff. So I just feel like, you know, maybe you have to still look at it from her point of view also.
I think it's role playing. Like I told a team has a star, then a team has the role players, and they all succeed in the end. But you only see LeBron's face most of the time. You don't really see.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
But
that's
you
true.
know damn well though, if one of them role players start acting like they LeBron and start taking LeBron type shots, they getting their ass sat down, bro, or traded. Like, play your role. If you can't play your role, you getting the fuck off the team.
That's real.
Like, if you not LeBron,
I understand. I agree.
Like, you got niggas happy.
I agree.
People are happy with getting like 1 year, $8 million, so they can play a role with LeBron. Like, it would be foolish for Boogie to walk into LA thinking, nah, I need the same money. I want the same type of accolades. I want the same type of recognition. No, nigga, you a role player. You got 1 year, $8 million, $12 million, whatever he got. So if you sign up for that, you sign that contract, I'm gonna support
That's
this.
real.
I'm gonna support this purpose, and then you even put vows behind that.
It's contractual.
I'm gonna support this purpose, and I put vows on it. I think it's a little deeper. At that point, you gotta play your role. I understand women want to play a new. I understand women want to play a new role, but you ain't no team player if you want to play a new role.
Yeah,
You ain't been no team player at that point. Because hell, even Breon just talked about. He said, "Hey, his girl had dreams. Kids came into the equation. He started to reach his dreams in the equation. Sacrifices had to be made. She got to become a role player.
And then if the roles would flip, as I just
I mean, that's true. As long as we look at it as being equal, because a lot of times when a woman is with a man, like, not saying a man ain't gonna help support us or chase our dreams, but we'll be willing to kind of set our stuff to the side and be like, baby, I'm here with you. I'm supporting you until you get straight, and then I'm going to work on what I got to work on. So
niggas ain't doing that.
Sometimes that's how I see it.
And niggas ain't doing that shit. You right. You right about that. And niggas ain't doing that. Like, niggas is not going to be like, all right, babe, I see you getting it. I'm just going to sit back and, you know.
No, because we're not. I'm gonna tell you, as a man, we're not about to be at home cleaning the house and washing dishes and babysitting the baby. That's just not our nature, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm saying that's different, bro.
Yeah, that's
different, man.
That's not our. No, it ain't nothing wrong, but that's not our nature, bro.
Kalia, thank you for calling in, sweet.
I mean, yeah.
Like, we gonna be frustrated. We might do it, but we gonna be frustrated, and it's gonna play an impact on us, bro.
My man Dev say, you can't diminish your wife to being a role player. I agree with
That's true. I
your wife is that's your partner.
That's your partner.
That's
right.
real, man. That's real.
They're not role player. She's a partner.
So we co-stars. Right.
So how do you balance that out? Being the big guy and she the smaller, I guess the smaller person.
Batman and Robin. I mean,
nah,
but was it Robin not the role
player, bro? He's the side.
Robin had his own series, and he had his own action.
He did, but Batman wasn't there.
Right, Batman wasn't on it. And Robin beside of Batman, you're not looking at Robin.
He mentioned a Batman name on his.
Right.
He mentioned it.
Batman and Robin.
Then he took his suit and called himself Batman Beyond. And I like, nigga, you Robin. But that's deep. Y'all, yeah, I'm sorry.
You right though. We can't call it role play. She got to be a co-star.
I ain't really mean it like that, but I mean I can understand.
I'm just saying, like in the journey, you have
all
to
roles in a relationship. You play roles.
Like a train, you had the I don't know the name of it, but the front cart, then you had a caboose.
But as a man, how would you feel like, say if your wife did, she was the one whose career or whatever took off, right? As a man, you have to sit back and take the back seat. Like, as a man, like, how do that? How does that affect you as a man? As a man, oftentimes we feel like I ain't doing enough or I ain't providing enough.
I mean,
not today's niggas,
bro. Because some men are okay with women taking care of them
right
now.
Not today's niggas.
They gonna love it, right?
Hey, they gonna lay on that couch, play that game, and let a woman go do what she do. You know what I mean?
Till them babies come in the picture, and not gonna be sitting there taking care of them babies.
I mean, that's a different. It take a different man. You got to be able to make that transition if you're gonna live that life. If that's the life you choose. You want the woman to be the breadwinner. You got to be the home keeper. Hell yeah,
me
be
too.
good too. I be sweeping all kinds of
perfect,
stuff.
Yeah, man, you right though. The house will be
you
clean
do
and
both,
everything. She
bro.
bringing the bread in. I can't.
What
How
if she
you
was
doing?
simply
Take your
the
shoes off,
breadwinner?
baby.
Come on,
I honestly I could
What
deal
if
with
she
it.
was simply the breadwinner? Like she simply made more money than you.
I would be okay.
Now, it has to
with
be
it.
a balance. It has to be a balance now.
Really don't know. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what if you can only get a $20,000 job, but you got dreams? Okay, she can get a $55,000 job, but y'all got to leave the state.
But I'm gonna tell you, if you wise, you would know how to take some of that money and learn how to start building your own brand. If you're a wise cat, I'm not gonna sit back and I got the opportunity to make something happen. You know what I'm saying? Like say she was the breadwinner, but if I got a dream over here and I'm gonna put it to the table and discuss it with my wife or my spouse, or and you know what I'm saying? Let's build something.
But you're gonna need that support, right? From
Yeah,
your wife, 'cause your
I
wife's
mean,
the
but
breadwinner.
I may understand that she may not be able to provide me the support. I'm gonna have to go elsewhere, but
And what's the criteria of the support we need from our spouse? Like, do we need her financially, or do we need her
that's what
like
I'm talking
side
about.
on our side, or do
your
we
spouse
need
is
her
the
just
person that you
calling in,
trust the
making
most,
sure-
that you can express yourself to the best
I'm
and
thinking
the most.
financially and every
and,
like
and that
even-
expression in
We
itself.
establish the fact that she's the one making more. Gotta be financial.
Yeah, true indeed. So if she's making no more money, but her making no more money requires her not to be there by your side, should you only just need financial support? And should you be okay with the financial support until you reach the same status to where y'all can both relax, or reach a status where y'all can relax and come together? Because I know we're talking about financial support, then we're talking about, I guess, her being there or him being there.
I just think sometimes it's just
more
about
him.
just accepting reality. Sometimes it is what it is.
That's real, bro.
She's getting the bread, and
She ain't gonna be here.
I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? You got to get to a point where you okay with it. Bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Does that change who's
Ooh.
you know?
No.
Like, I mean, in the Bible, it
Right,
say
right,
Yep,
right,
it-
right.
it
heads of
do.
the household.
Right.
I say it do.
But like I said, she making more bread. Than
Talking about the
you. You ain't
control
gonna
factor.
Tell her to be like, hey, put this bread and do this with it. You
No.
know what I'm
All right,
saying?
so bro ain't on the mic, but what bro said is if the woman becomes the breadwinner,
Uh-huh.
does that also change the roles as far as who's the head, quote unquote, head of the house?
No.
Yes.
I'm with Dame. I'm with Dame.
Why y'all say that though? Why y'all say that though?
Just because
It's
the function of a woman and a man, how we correlate together.
You got chess.
The way we correlate together, they have so much wisdom, but they lack the structure sometimes.
But tell me this, bro. Let's keep it a whole buck.
Uh-oh.
That shit ain't gonna happen. Your woman's making the most money, and you gonna tell her
what
how
to
to
do?
spend it?
Nah,
Fuck, that's not happening.
that ain't
bro.
happening.
That's why I said that ain't. Yeah.
Like, you the head of the house. We need to spend the money this way. I'm the head of the house, but she
I don't-
making the money.
Ooh.
I don't think.
Tough.
It depends
That's
on
tough.
the humbleness of the woman.
Yeah, man.
Hell no.
Look,
Ain't no
I know
motherfucker.
Cats, I know cats right now go to work, make damn good bread, come home, get their wife that paycheck and say, okay, take care of the bills.
Yeah,
Like,
it should
here
be
it
vice
is.
versa.
and that man's a head, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but he's the
I
head
mean,
of
to
the house.
understand
He
that.
the head of the house because he the breadwinner.
True.
He can say, like,
He still
If
can
she
tell you.
making the bread,
if she making the bread and she
She's
just
making
come
more
home
bread.
yeah, she making more bread.
and she come home,
Yeah,
hand you the
I know black
bills
woman.
and say, here, take care of these bills.
No.
Hell no.
But she making more bread. If she ain't good with the bread, then she need to hand it to him and let him handle the bills and stack that money and disperse it how it needs to be.
Yeah, but she would still consider herself.
9 times
She
out
would
of 10
still
women
consider
are breadwinners.
herself the
I
head of the
run
household,
this.
just like
I
that
think-
man who Dame was talking about and coming home and handing his check to the woman.
I think she shouldn't though. I think she should still know.
That money make.
Yeah, I feel like a part of us as men, the fact that we're saying we're supposed to be the head of the house comes with the package of being the breadwinner. We also expect ourselves to be the breadwinner. That's why we expect ourselves to be the head of the house.
Right.
Because we expect, like, I'm bringing this, I'm making this happen. So I'm more like, I don't see how she could be making more money, but ain't good with them. Like, I think just the entitlement that you are the head comes with being the breadwinner.
Depending on what your religion is.
Yes, fact. Academy on there. Who am I speaking with?
Exactly.
That's right.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? This Devon.
What's
What's
good,
good,
bro?
what's good?
We good.
Wanted to turn in a little bit on that conversation y'all got going.
I mean, we appreciate you calling in, bro. What's good?
So I definitely think that the piece that you guys are speaking on is very very interesting for today's relationship. I heard a lot about the structure of men and women with the Bible, which I definitely agree with. But I will say that finances don't determine the head of household who's the most responsible does.
I agree with you, bro.
So I would relate that to a scenario where if the man or woman is making more money, but that person, I think I heard one person say it is irresponsible with money, or isn't good with paying their bills on time or what have you, then those responsibilities need to be deferred to whoever the most responsible is. So if the function of the household is least stressful with one person making the majority of the bread and the other person managing that, then I think that's more what you got to handle internally. I don't think that there's a clear-cut way to determine, like, hey, I'm the head of the household and what I say goes.
Yeah, I ain't really talking about like responsibilities because I mean anybody can pay the bills, right? I'm talking about. I guess I'm talking about the decisions when a decision needs to be made about the house, like as far as what's finna happen. I mean, big decisions that needs to be made about the house. I ain't got no wife, I ain't got no kids, but I'm sure there's big decisions other than when you gonna pay the light bill, as far as how the house is going to operate.
Especially when they involve money.
Yeah, so like those type of decisions, not just you more responsible. You know, the bills drop on the first, so I'm gonna give you money so you make sure the bills get paid on the first. I'm talking about when shit happens and a decision needs to be made.
It still has to be made amongst each other though.
Yeah.
It's not really one person making that decision though.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And most relationships shouldn't be that way anyway.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Oftentimes, like you're gonna approach it with your spouse, like.
So it ain't no head then. So we need to stop saying that men are the head.
Yeah.
I would.
That's true.
I have a question for you, fellas.
What's
All
up,
right.
bro?
Just floating it out there, entertaining the conversation.
Hello.
We listening, bro.
Oh,
Yo, you there?
Hello. Call
Bro.
back in, man.
Yeah, call us back, bro. Call us back. Call us back.
The suspense.
Yeah, we need that.
I know, right?
The suspense
Ready,
back
like
in.
that. Yeah, we like questions.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Bro was just pausing.
like you said, so it's really not.
So it really
man.
ain't no such thing as
Like
a
I
head.
said.
Questy got a good comment. He said, not in 2019, the state of the household is determined by the people living in it. It also depends if the head of the house means you determine how you spend the money as a family. My wife dictates more of how we spend money. I pay the bills, etc. Does making more money than your husband make you the breadwinner?
I'm gonna say something, y'all. We're speaking on this. If you believe in the Bible, we all know that the Bible was written by a man. We know
That's
that.
facts.
We know it has its flaws.
Yeah,
We know it has its truths, and you just have to pull your truth out of it. At the end of the day, it's your truth.
Because
So-
a man wouldn't write a woman ahead of himself
Right.
in the story. That's facts. He wouldn't write it that way.
His story.
It's his story, not her story. That's facts.
But that's even deeper. we'll go on a whole.
You about
nother,
to go in the whole.
Yeah, a whole. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's
Yeah.
big
Just
facts.
food for thought.
But I don't know. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's always.
Situational.
Yeah, it's situational. Most times, our voice is gonna be heard. Her voice is gonna be heard. But sometimes, you may have a wiser decision, and
I
sometimes
agree,
your
yeah.
decision may be wiser. So it's
And
just
that's a true head.
that's just how it goes.
That's a true
You know
head.
what I'm saying?
So to
A
yourself.
true head just
So
means
it
I'm
ain't no
willing to
head.
listen. You got to be
Right.
able. You got to be a good listener, be a good leader.
Like if you think about it, head of the house, I don't think it's really more or less like head of the house is leader of the house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like here's what we as household need to do is
But do you do
we
do,
hear
do,
it.
do y'all think? Do y'all think?
disagree.
I think a lot of times we take the head as we put the wrong characteristics to head.
I agree with that, bro.
Yeah.
I
Like,
think
to be a
when we say
head-
head only means the logic of the house.
Control. Like honestly, most time when you say control, I mean like I'm controlling and I'm dictating.
I think John
And I
hit
think,
a
and
good
I think,
point,
like
though.
what John Tay was saying, I'm agreeing with what he was saying. Like to be head, you have to be able to listen. Yeah, you got to be able to listen. You got to listen to everyone's views in order to make wise decisions. You know what I'm saying? If you base it on your decision, all the time you're gonna fail, bro.
But even in like a democracy, the president, he may talk to his cabinet and get his cabinet's ideas. You know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, if a decision needs to be made and the wife comes up with the idea and it's the better idea, is the husband still the leader by accepting that that's the better idea?
Yeah, I will. That's
Or
just
is the woman the leader by coming up with the better idea?
Why wouldn't he be?
That's a real nigga move.
That's
Right
still,
there.
But
just
I'm
because she
thinking
made the
woman
wise
is
decisions.
the woman is the leader because she made the better. She thought of the better idea.
Nah, it's not really about being a leader. Then it's just about
I think the woman.
Okay, put it like this, bro.
Was Paxson the leader or Jordan?
The work or whatever.
But it always deferred to Jordan though. It's obvious there's a leader when it always defers to somebody.
But the leader has to defer. Jordan deferred to Paxson doing that championship. That's what I'm getting. The leader deferred to someone else to attain
Look like
goal,
to pass
to
the
attain a
ball?
goal.
make that shot.
Make a shot. The leader deferred to the win. He deferred to someone else to attain a goal.
But he was still the leader.
He's still the like that ain't Paxson saying give me the ball and Jordan saying okay you right.
And I said,
That's Jordan saying I need to give the leader need to give him the ball. The leader still need to make the decision. It ain't Paxson making the decision for the team.
Field made the decision.
Right on.
Academy on there.
Academy on there. Who am I speaking with?
This is Reverend Mario Grant. I want to order some pizza.
Glory, hallelujah.
Hey, we got a 2-for-1 special. No meat though. We just got the thin crust. What you need on that, bro? What you need on that pizza?
Yeah, man, I wanted to hop on the discussion. You know
Come
what I'm saying?
on,
I heard
bro.
the question about if the female makes the decision and it's the better decision, is she classified as the leader? That was the question?
Right.
Well, that's
Yeah,
the comment I made. Yeah, I did make that comment.
Okay, yeah, man, you know, I was listening to that right there. And I do think, you know what I'm saying, being the leader, being the best effective leader, you have to be able to know when it's time to follow, too.
True indeed.
So I don't think, like, the roles had switched or anything, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm with a group of dudes and I might be on a different type of level they are, that don't mean they ain't capable of telling me something that I don't know. I don't think.
That's real, bro.
That's wise.
So so check it out. If an effective leader knows when to follow, an effective follower knows when to lead.
Right.
And
Mhm.
you never really know.
I think it's
If
the.
you're
I
a
think
follower,
you.
you just don't have the leadership traits.
So we
You know
saying
what I'm
that women
It's
don't
hard
have
for you to
leadership
be a
traits.
leader. Don't get me wrong, you'll have good ideas.
So are we saying women don't have leadership traits? Because
I ain't
when
saying that. I mean, a leader is based off of your action. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Well, yeah, I think you could be classified as a leader or like you're more consistent at making those decisions for everybody else.
Right.
It don't mean your followers ain't capable of doing it, but I think when you become a leader, it's consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like some
Right.
people have the mind to do it, but can't speak up about it.
I mean, I can.
You know,
I
I
can
do
see
think
that, but
everybody's
I'm just
capable.
not confident that it's always the man who's making the smarter decisions more
It's not,
often than
It's
not.
not.
So if it's not always the man, then the man is not always leading. Even if he defers to the woman more times than he chooses his own ideas, then the woman is leading.
Nah.
So, well, what if he
If the woman say go
what if he
left,
comes up with the ideas, but he's asking her for input just to make her feel like that she is leading? You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have made that decision, but baby, you know what I'm saying? I want to see what you think about it, you know what I'm saying, so we can kind of work together with it. I already know what can happen, you know what I'm saying? I done did my research, but I want to see what you think about it.
No, I think that is a circumstance that happens too. But there's also a circumstance where the woman says go left and the man goes left, and she says go left more times than he say go right, and he goes left.
But you know what? That's true. It can be a wise decision, but it's more to the characteristics of leading more than just listening to opinions. Sometimes it's about the nature of a man, like going to get your woman's car fixed. You know what I'm saying? A woman,
Yeah, bro.
it's more characteristic to leadership than just
But that's one
the stating
stating
opinions or
car fix. Women are better at doing other things,
Right.
leading in other ways,
right.
being a leader in other instances.
That's why they like Damein said they're not your role player, they're your co-star.
Co-star.
I mean, okay, like check it out, bro. Like,
But even
you
the.
can lead, say a fucking thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I could go do something and have a group following me just because that's just what they seen that and they liked it.
You were brave enough to do it.
This is
Yeah.
all this, man. 'Cause this is what he.
Yeah, I just think it's how we classify leader.
But even the role player, I mean, is a co-star. Robin was a co-star.
Right.
He was a role player, but he was a co-star as well. I mean, and then
it
when Batman got old, he took over.
Right. It took time for Robin. Robin had to support Batman and play sidekick.
Right.
And he had to defer to Batman
until he was
able to, I guess, get his own series. Robin didn't always have his own series.
That's true. Still, you're right about that.
That's true.
So you're gonna have to defer at some point.
And
then just hope that your partner is supportive when it's time for you to shine.
True indeed.
Yeah.
That's real.
But also, with being a leader, sometimes you the face of this thing too. So when it all crumbles, guess it's gonna come back on you harder. Are you gonna be able to accept that?
Yeah, I ain't confident in saying as a leader. Like right now, from the conversation we've had as far as relationships, I mean, I'm leading just as much as she leading. Yeah.
I mean, it's okay if you both lead.
She following. Like I ain't.
Yeah, man.
Unless it's a clear cut that I'm just more hip on game. Like if it's clear cut, he makes better decisions. He's better with the money. Like if it's clear cut that he needs to make the decisions for the family, then I am the leader. But like
Keisha Ingram said, she said man lead. Otherwise they are jellybacks. Period.
Jellybacks.
Yeah, what's a jellyback?
Yeah, what's a jellyback?
Ain't got no backbone. Hey, see, that's what I'm saying. Like we've been forced into a leadership role because with us just as like we were talking about earlier, as us just today's man, they okay with it. But in the generation we were raised in, it was like, nah.
But it's a lot of women who ain't fucking with niggas because they expected niggas to lead and they couldn't do it. So it ain't like we built to lead because it's a whole bunch of men who are posed with that responsibility who ain't doing it. And then it's women who go out and do it.
That's true.
On their own. So like I ain't confident in saying that either because I feel like we both got man and woman. Every being has man and woman in it. And whatever you flex is whatever you flex. That's determined by how you raised. Some women are raised to be manly as fuck and they some go getters. And some niggas are raised to be bitch as fuck and they grow up needing somebody to provide for them.
And I don't disagree with you.
And that's just the way the
hey, then they go right back to the Bible. The Bible only say, I mean, if he like a man bitch, then he shouldn't be head.
He shouldn't be the head.
And she like a
my friend Linda Josie say being married. She say being married, you both are head of the household because you should 100%, not 75% to 25%. So you lean on each other and help each other out and be positive.
Yeah,
and
really.
She said she going on 29 years up. Like I say, man, we just got co-stars in this thing.
Yeah.
Ain't like what you say, Tevin. Ain't no such thing as leaders.
Ain't no leader, bro.
Ain't
Not
no
no
leader.
relationship.
So we
It's a
need
leader when it comes to a team because hell, there's 4-5 of y'all at least.
Yeah. So we
what
need
about
each
a
other.
family?
A family. I think.
Are strong in different areas, but as a husband and wife, it depends on your house and house teamwork and making the dream work.
Facts. I like that, man. Hey, most important part of the show, man. That's a good talk, fellas. I hate to shut y'all off, man. I know y'all boiling with opinions. I know. I know, but we at that hour, man. I just want to transition the hometown hero right quick. Breon, we've been talking about relationships, and you are currently a pro athlete, and you mentioned that you've had the same chick, ride or die chick, since high school. I know that shit wasn't easy. So can you just speak about a little bit of how you balanced, I guess, coming from small town states or becoming a pro athlete and then still having the energy to, uphold your relationship the way you did?
Well, I mean, not only me. I mean, it's her. It's I mean, to an extent, man, it's mostly her. You know what I mean? I'm a guy, man. I make mistakes. I'm an athlete. I make mistakes. So I mean, it's her. But as far as balancing it, man, for me, staying focused, being in a relationship, man, it's tough. Staying focused on terms is like, I got to make it to the league. Like, I mean, my grandma need me, man. My mama need me. My girl need me. I got a kid. My kid need me. So I got to stay focused. That's something that I'm trying to continue to, balance out right now.
Right.
I got to work out daily.
Right.
But I also got to help take care of kids. I got to, try to be a good man to my girl and also, you know, I got a city depending on me. So,
Right.
so you know, I got little homies looking up to me. So, man, it's tough. You know, balancing it all, man. I just gotta prioritize. You know, for me, man, that's what's been a big thing for me over the years, man. Just, you know, it's hard to say, you know, I put my football and my job over my relationship.
Right.
It's hard to say that, but it's
Right.
hard to say, you know, I don't.
Right.
But like, you know, I mean, me and my girl had bump heads because she wanted me to do something, but you know, I had to go. Like, look, baby, I gotta go work out.
Right.
You know, I
Right.
gotta go work out.
Right.
You
Right.
know, but you know, and we bump heads, man. But at the end of the day, man, we come back and we communicate, we talk it out, and man, over the years, man, it's been tough. But for me and her specifically, it's about communication, man, and understanding. But it's tough, man. It's
That's
tough.
facts. Salute to that, bro. You feel like that? I know you gave her a lot of credit, and that's salute, bro. I respect you for that, and I even honor you for that because I know she's had to support you. You know what I'm saying? She's done a lot more of the, I guess, quote unquote, supporting. Would you agree with that? The fact that she's had to defer to you and do more of the supporting as far as the relationship.
Yeah, you see, I'm to the point right now with my girl to where I want her to follow her dreams, just because I know she sacrificed more than me. You know, I'm sacrificing my time. You know, I'm sacrificing, you know, doing something that I love to do.
Right.
You know, she didn't get to finish school. You know, she was only in college, you know, a year. You know, she didn't get to, you know, have the full college experience, and you know, she been traveling with me. So, you know, she's not getting to, you know, she's, you know, 22. She's not, you know, she's been taking care of kids and, you know, supporting me. So, you know, part of me, man, you know, I want her to, you know, go back to school. You know, that's what she wants.
Yeah.
So I want her, man, to go back to school, man, and do what she want to do. And and you know, maybe I can take a back burner, you know, sometime, you know. But I definitely want that for my girl.
Say that, bro. That you even like recognize that, okay, she's sacrificed a lot more than I have,
man,
for me to be here, and I'm going to expect there's going to be a time where she's going to want to reach her dreams, and I want her to do that too, even if it means that I take the back burner. Because I think a lot of times in relationships, the guy who's the breadwinner don't see that. He don't understand that at some point, the person who's been supporting me is going to want the same type of support that they gave me for them to go chase their dreams. They're going to want me to go pick up the kids.
Right.
Yeah.
If they got to spend extra hours at whatever they got to do. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they're going to expect it to be reciprocated, and I don't think a lot of men understand that at some point, you're going to have to reciprocate that in the same type of way for a woman for her to feel secure.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, you already know him, bro. You already ahead of the game with that.
Yeah, you know, I just had people talking to me, man. But I mean, just like, I don't know, man. We just had an understanding, man, for a long time, and
Do you think that's helped you? Do you think like because you know they say behind every strong black man there's a woman behind them, bro. So do you think having that support system and having, I guess, the security in the relationship throughout your collegiate endeavors and even your pro endeavors, was that beneficial? Was that a good thing for you?
Yeah, man. I mean, it definitely helped. But like I said, man, I had, you know, at this point I got kids.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not about me at all.
Facts.
You know, from the beginning, you know, just to rewind, it's never been about me, just because I've been the type to, I want to honor the sacrifices of my grandma, my mom, everybody. And, you know, man, when I got a girl and a kid, you know, that's just, I mean, it's a whole nother level. You know, I got my girl pregnant my senior in college. So, man, it's, you know, it's deeper than that. But, man, and people don't understand, you know, it's not just, people think that Google my contract, they'll see 3.5 million or something crazy on there. So they're thinking like, oh, well, I need living a life. Like, you know, she got a man, she, you know, she
I ain't never Googled your contract, bro. Is that what I'm going to see?
Nah. I'm not, nah, look. I promise you,
bro,
it's not
you
that.
know, I don't even be checking niggas' pockets, bro, but I'm like.
Listen, I promise you it's not that. It ain't nowhere close to that. But that's just a standard, like, rookie contract. But it's nowhere close to that. But just, I mean, like, that's what people do. People will Google and assume that things is just, you know, she's with Breon, you know, things are great, you know, they got everything taken care of, man. There's a lot of problems that come with it, you know, with the commitment that I gotta have, you know, with you know, just regular relationship stuff. You know, it's not just shits and giggles. You know, it's real work.
I know
You know that you got to
ain't
put
easy.
in, man, and it's on both of us. So
Tell us to talk a little bit about the the school and work balance, bro. Cause you ain't just go to no any college, but you went to Duke. So shit, I know the work balance and the school balance. You know what I'm saying? To be an athlete and to stay eligible, bro. I know that shit ain't no.
All right, we're gonna not say where he went to school.
We don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, man, I'm with Duke, man. I'm Duke boy.
He went to school to a prestigious North Carolina school. You know what I'm saying? Like, salute. I applied to their law school, so salute to them, bro. So how was that balancing girl, work, and school?
I mean, it don't come without hardships, man, and adversity. You know what I mean, adversity, you know, it really made me, you know, the person I am. You know, since when I was 7, you know, I dealt with the greatest adversity in my life, where I was taken away from my family when I was younger, bro. So, you know, coming up, you know, when I had to, you know, I always had that in the back of my mind. So, man, when I went to Duke, and like, man, I hate to say it like this, and I'm not like boasting or bragging, man, but it was kind of easy for me to stay focused, man, because I was just like, I mean, you know, this is what I want to do. This is what I need for my family. So,
Salute to that, bro. You ain't bragging about.
yeah, like I ain't boasting, but
yeah, bro.
I mean, I would just, and it wasn't easy. I'm not saying the actual work was easy, but the decision for me to like, man, I ain't smoking no weed, man.
It's
like,
all about a decision.
Come on, I ain't, like
yeah,
the actual decision for me to do this or do that, you know, in college, like obviously, you know, I had fun, you know, a lot of fun, but I mean, I wasn't about to go to college and screw it off and get kicked out of the college or give up because something didn't go right. So, man, it was tough, man. School was tough. You know, my first semester, I had about 2 Ds, man. One more D, I would have been hurt. But you know, man, I had a lot of help, man. That's what people don't understand, man. I ain't in the NFL because of me. I ain't graduate Duke because of just me. Like, I had a lot of help, bro. Like from my family, my friends, you know, academic advisors, tutors, you know, everything, bro. So
college is a lot about making a decision. You know what I'm saying? Either you gonna do this,
life,
you
bro.
gonna do that. You either gonna
That's
go
life,
to study
bro.
hall or you gonna go to that party.
That's life.
Salute to you that you had that in your mind from the get go. That yeah, I know what my priorities are. Why'd you pick the school you picked?
Well, man, it was really, man. Like I always coming up liking Duke. Now I'm not saying I like Duke football my whole life. I didn't, but you know, as I was coming up, man, you know, as a freshman, we had you know, like through other, you know, top players on the squad. So they had the colleges coming in, bro, like early, like freshman, sophomore year. So like Coach Gus, man, he like at the time I didn't know this, but like he put a Duke questionnaire in my locker, and like for a freshman, I'm thinking like, man, that's a letter, like, you know, Duke, like, what's up?
Right.
When in reality, everybody gets those questionnaires, bro.
Right.
But like when I saw that on my locker, bro, I was just like, all right, man. And I told Coach Gus, I can call him right now, man. I told him Duke was where I wanted to go. And man, I worked for it, man. It was hard. You know, I was never the top athlete, you know, coming up.
I don't know, bro. Now I came and watched you, bro.
Now look, so
now that cover 2, bro. You like I thought I ain't think nobody played cover 2 better than me. I ain't gonna flex until I seen Breon play the whole half of the field, bro.
You see, what people don't understand, man, about me is I know what it looked like on the outside. You know, my senior year, I pitted me against anybody in high school. But coming up, man, that's what I mean. Coming up, I was never the most well-known athlete.
Right.
Like, I mean, it was always my best friends. It was Tristan. It was Carlos. It was my best friend Marquise.
Right.
So like, and we come from the same neighborhood, same everything. So it was just like,
knew you was nice, bro. Cause I remember playing you at the rec or something, bro. And I'm like, I don't know this nigga, but this nigga's like nice, bro. Who is this dude? And you was basketball. I just knew he's a good enough athlete that when they told me that you played corner and DB, I'm like, I done hooped with him. I know he nice. I done seen his bounce. I done seen nigga dunking. Like I done. Now I play with Tristan too, and I play with Carlos. I play with Marquise too, but bro, I feel like maybe you was just under the radar. You still had those same athletic.
See, that's the thing.
Blessing.
See, but that's the blessing of it, bro.
Right.
Like, I feel like I was better than those guys too. You know,
Right
but I mean that's
Hey,
just
be real.
that's a competitor in me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
feel that way.
I feel like I will always.
Bro.
And I'm
You
sure
know-
they had them same thoughts about you,
Yeah,
though.
but like
Yeah.
people don't know this, man, and like people close to me know this. Coach Gus know this. You know, people close to me know this, man. When I was a freshman, everybody got moved up on 8 quarters except me.
Right.
So you know, I took that offensive.
Right.
My sophomore year, we all played varsity, but everybody getting letters.
Right.
Really, except me. I mean, I got a little Duke question there.
So did that set a fire in you?
Man, look, bro, that set a fire in me. And
He needed that.
I'm telling you, man, people that know me, man, like, man, I mean, like everybody know this. Like, I used to run the practice. I used to put in extra work. Like, I mean, I just, you know, did what I needed to do. And
Right.
By my junior senior year, I was always good, but like, my confidence level, like, was just on another level to where I was like, man, these dudes ain't better than me.
Man, say that again, man.
So
That's what I
70% of the
tell.
That's what it's all
I
about,
tell
man. It's all
any
about
athlete
confidence,
out
bro.
here. It's about your confidence.
It's all about confidence.
70% of it, bro.
Bro, that's in
Especially
anything,
women.
bro. Sports, women, job, anything, bro. And you see, because I had people, I mean, not like recruiters, but I had people close to me saying, like, bro, stop playing. Like, you better than all of them, blah, blah, blah. My confidence wasn't there.
Right.
When I, you know, start squatting, you know, and start working out, because one thing I learned, man, with working out, I ain't never been the biggest dude. Now, I'm not weak. Now, I'm strong.
Right.
I ain't never been the biggest dude. But working out, bruh, like, it's not even really, yeah, you do want to get bigger muscles. Yeah, you do want to get faster, bruh. But
Right.
think about it mentally, from a mental aspect. Like, if you working out, that gauges confidence, bruh. Like, for me, it's about, yo, I've been working out all summer.
Oh,
In
yeah.
college, bro, I used to work out all summer. It just used to be like, I line up in front of somebody, I knew in my mind, like, this dude ain't worked harder than me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I got this
Exactly.
confidence. I've
Exactly.
been working on this shit, you know, well enough to I know if he run a post, like, I'm gonna get that back powder and open up, bro, because I've been working on that for,
Right.
you know what I mean, every day.
Right.
So it's a confidence thing. But
Outwork them.
on the other side of the spectrum, like, I mean, come on, I went All-American. I done been to a point where I'm lined up in front of somebody, like,
Right.
pressed, like I'm lined up in front of Amari Cooper.
Right.
Like, I know I've been working. I know he been working, but I'm like, to an extent, kind of down myself, like, yo, like, he quick. Like, can I move my feet? You know, so that's what working out do for me.
Right.
Like, it just instills confidence in me. You know what I mean?
Me in particular had it freshman year championship. Heisman Trophy winner. Jameis Winston.
You gonna say that
Twice.
Twice. Yes.
You feel me? That let me
Oh,
know,
yeah. I
bro,
forgot you're a
I know
Seminole over
as a
here.
freshman, I was like, yo,
I knew the nigga
Yes.
had it when I don't know what game it was, bro. He had 2 picks. It was a high school game though, and man, I don't know. It was just the way he played cover 2, but I'm like, because I had already been to college and I had already knew like I was kind of already knew what to look for, and I could just tell from he had the body, he had the hips, he had the base. He played the ball, then he went high pointed the ball, like all the shit that you would normally have to coach corners on doing. He was doing it, or coaching safeties on doing it. He was doing it, and then he had the athleticism and the speed to back it up. I'm like, he already smart like I was. You know what I'm saying? That's what got me to college. But I'm thinking, he's smart like I was, but he big. He got the broad shoulders, and he fast. I'm like, bro, this shit is gonna be trouble.
I told him. Dang. Probably would be.
Right.
It was easy.
Right.
And then, man, what people don't understand is, you know, I got a lot of kids looking up to me, bro. So I got a lot of people that just be like, you know, how you make it to the league?
Right.
Like, that's one of the most asked questions, other than like how much you get paid and blah 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 this blah blah that. Just crazy questions.
Like you go,
Kids,
We're gonna
man.
really just go with
Kids.
the kids. Yeah,
Kids, though.
You expect kids to do.
It's
I thought
kids.
I'm like grown up. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
man.
It's kids.
I'd be asking for some shoes or something.
It's kids. But people ask me a lot, bro. Like, how did I make it? Now, how I make it, I tell them, you know, how I made it is not gonna be the same way how you make it. Like, it ain't no like, this what you do, this what you do, this what you do, and you go to the league. But me, yeah, bro, I was blessed athletically. But bro, I just made the right decisions, bro. Like it all comes down to decisions for me. And this might sound simple, bro, but like for me, I just listen. Like I just listen.
Right.
Like I mean, I had mentors, I had big brothers, like I had uncles, I had coaches, bro. Like if they told me like, look, this is the right thing to do, this is the wrong thing to do. Like, don't do this. Like, I just listen. As simple as that, bro. Like, and obviously you shouldn't, listen to everybody's advice, just because that has messed some athletes up in states from the past.
Facts.
But like, for real. But like, I mean, and I'm not saying I always did the right thing. Like, I'm not a golden child. I'm far from it. But like, as far as like hanging out when I wasn't supposed to be hanging out, smoking weed, which ain't nothing wrong with weed, but like, I mean, that's just one of my focus.
Right.
Like, I just listen, bro. I chose the right college. I made the right decisions in college, man, and I made plays when I needed to. So
That's real, man. Hey,
for me, I just listen, man. I stayed out of trouble.
so I say, so long as you made wise decisions, it's listen to you sound like you have the right support system.
Right. And
Yeah, man.
mentors, man.
And I think that's a big thing, and like he said, the confidence, baby, outwork them. I got a dude I used to. He was like a leader I used to sell insurance with, and that was always his motto: outwork the competition. Bro.
Outwork.
If you want to be great, if you want to be good, get out there and you outwork them.
Right.
And I just feel like what Breon said, man, you listen. Make sure you got the proper support. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, you can't listen to everybody because everybody don't have your best interest at hand.
Right.
Yeah, but like, even off the thing of support though, like, yeah, man, you need support. I think everybody needs support, but like, you ain't gonna always get it.
That's
You know what I mean? Early on, I didn't get it from the masses.
Right.
As far as freshman year, sophomore year, it was. I mean, the focus was on, Tristan Carlos, Marquise, and football.
Right.
Basketball, the focus was on Marquise, Josh, Quan. You know what I mean? Like I was always the third or fourth dude. Like, and that
Right.
was from elementary on up. So I didn't get the support from the community, I would say.
Right.
But like, I feel like because I didn't like, it was. And I'm not saying this in a malicious way, bro, but it was a form of jealousy, like against my like homeboys, like.
It's real.
But not
Whatever
like,
sets the fire, bro.
not like in a malicious, like envious way. Like they
Right.
motivated me, bro. Like I tell Marquise all the time, like, bro, I appreciate it because, y'all boys pushed me to, where I'm at.
Right.
It was a, sense of like, look, like I want this, just as bad as y'all. I work just as much as y'all. Why ain't this me right here? Getting, county player of the year. Which I eventually worked for and got. You know what I mean? So it's just that's what like you said, man. Lit my fire.
Whatever lights your fire, bro. What lights your fire?
Mhm.
For real, for real. We always try to get something like good, and I think that's a really good key you gave, man, about being confident. And also listening to your mentors. Find somebody who knows something or knows somebody. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of my success in Greensboro happened because I made the right decision. I took the right internship, got around the right person who owned 5 businesses, and he was able to put me on game about how to maintain and how to game the system. So, like, I do think it's important that you find people who know something or know somebody.
And that's kind of why I was talking about, as far as the support. I know he was speaking of he had some mentors. I'm saying that's the proper support. You know what I'm saying? Not I wouldn't even focus on the earliest, but just whatever sustained you that made you stay at the level of success that you had reached, and it sustained you. I felt like it was the proper support. You listen to the right people. The right people was in your corner.
Yeah, and see now that's something I'm trying to balance. Like even now, like I still got mentors. You know what I mean? But obviously, I got more people in my ear. Telling me,
Of course.
where should I invest? Where should I do this? Where should I do that? That's just another stage of my life that I'm trying to really balance out to where like, I'm trying to provide for my family. Beat out another corner up there.
Right.
Be a good man and look out for the community. Like, bro, it's a lot. Like, I mean, people might look at football and be like, man, they just ball. You know what I mean? It's just ball. Like, you know, you getting paid to play a sport. You know, which
I know better,
bro. It's I mean, it's true. It's a sport, bro. People don't understand, like, brother.
That's what I want to ask you about. Let's talk about the locker room. I want to know about the experience, bro. I want to know how it is on the. Like you say, we with Jacksonville right now, right?
Yeah.
And who's what's it?
Yeah,
Jalen Ramsey, yeah, right?
Ramsey, he the man, bro.
So what's that relationship like? Cause we hear about the stories of the, you know, the new rookies come in, they make y'all they little bus boy, and
Well, man,
you go get their coffee, they donuts or whatever they like. What's that like, man?
Well, I mean, see, I was a rookie in Oakland, so like,
right.
I was a rookie, man, with Sean Smith and David Emerson.
Right.
They was some big money dudes. Like, they was some $10, $20 million dudes, you know, when I first came in. So, you know, they was vets, but, like, it wasn't no hazing, man. Like, it ain't what you see in the movies, like, you know, you getting dumped and taped to a goalpost or nothing like that. I mean, you might carry some shoulder pads, you know, your clothes might get, you know, dumped in a ice tub, but it ain't nothing crazy. Because at the end of the day, everybody man out here, you know.
Right.
You know, you
so we
do something to the wrong person, you know, they go come at you in the locker room. So, I mean, it's real, man, but people don't understand how much of a business it is, though, bro. It becomes more of a business, you know, and you see the politics. I guess I say politics. You see the politics of it on every level, bro. Like, it just gets bigger and bigger.
Right.
Like, in high school, you know, it's really you doing it for the love of the game, bro.
Right.
Like, you know, in college, it's still the love of the game, but,
Still
I mean,
some
you on
politics.
scholarship.
Right.
You know, you're on scholarship, and you trying to make it to the league. Like, it's like you competing against your, you know, other teams, but you also competing against your homie right here.
Right.
Just like kind of me in high school, but in the league, bro, it's money involved, bro.
Exactly.
I mean, with money, bro, it's just crazy. Because for me, man, when I went to Oakland, bro, like, fresh out of college, like, I was fresh, I was loose. You know, I went to Oakland, I cracked the starting lineup, man, in 2 weeks, bro. Like, I was balling. Balling. And, like, throughout the preseason, bro, like, I was balling. Like, I led the team in picks. You know, I did it. But I learned the politics of it, you know, when I got there. Now, mind you, I wasn't like Jalen Ramsey, AJ Boye, you know.
Right.
Jarrell Reeves balling. You know, I couldn't just walk in there like that, but I was playing well, bro. But
shit, why not?
Yeah.
I don't think.
But
yeah. I don't see why not.
I had 2 corners worth $20 million. They were starting.
Mm-hmm.
So then they drafted a corner. So that's another $6 million they're giving him.
Right.
They had a corner on their contract year, which is what I am on now. And so they had to, like, see if they wanted to keep him or not. So he had to play as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it ain't like they keeping 10 corners. Like, it's 53 people on a squad. They might keep 4 corners, maybe 5.
Right.
So, bro, like, at this point, it's about, like, look, they got an investment. They got a $26 million investment in 3 corners alone.
So they're going to keep them. For
if you got a $20 million investment in somebody, like,
they gotta
fail or not, like, we go see if this go work, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They got to play.
So I just, you know, I went into a tough situation. You know, obviously, you know, I'm not saying that's why I didn't, you know, as, you know, like, just take off there. But, like, I mean, that's just was part of the reason.
Politics,
but I obviously, you know, I could have made more plays, man. I should have made more plays, you know, out there. But it was tough, man. And people don't understand that side of it.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad that you brought that up, though.
And
I
then,
never thought about that.
Yeah, man. It's like, and this is on every team. Like, unless you are, when I say balling, unless you are balling.
Right.
I'm talking about balling.
Say undeniable.
If you're drafted, bro, you go get that first nod.
Right.
Just because they made an investment in you.
They already expect that check.
If you get drafted 5th round, bro, they invest in to sign your name on the paper.
Right.
Signing bonus. They invest in $300, $400K in you off deck. So, I mean, that ain't no little bit of money.
Nah.
So, I mean, they go get him that nod over you.
Right.
So it's tough, man. It's tough. It's just what?
Starting quarterback, singled you out in camp. Said, you know, when I look at film, 31. So fresh off of just inked it.
Hey,
You know what I'm
game
saying?
recognized
You
game.
dig what I'm saying? So he knew something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then all throughout that season, and the Raiders finished probably group. Raiders finished either second last or dead last passing yard. They were touched.
But they did just
You
see
feel
if
what I'm
that
saying?
money
It
was
went
going.
back to what he
You
was
feel what I'm
saying. It's
saying?
the
Go
policies.
back
They
to
had
the
to,
politics.
we had to
I mean,
see what these investments gonna do, and if not,
Them investments got to pay off. I mean,
Yeah.
if I invested $100,000 in a business, I'm gonna do everything to make sure this business work, and
Right.
that's what we are, man. That's what our bodies are.
because they got to
Business.
protect themselves at the end of the
It's a
day, they can't make
business.
they can't
Yeah,
make
like-
gotta make sure they ain't making foolish
Yeah, man,
decisions
it's a
to
big
keep their
one.
job.
At the end of the day, you make a food decision by not putting them on the
That's true.
So
Now the coaching
basically,
staff
whenever
ain't
you
it.
sign that contract.
They got a whole new
you
coaching staff
sign
now.
that contract.
You dig what I'm
See,
saying?
that's
You
yeah.
dig what I'm saying?
They
So-
still gonna it was lose
So
lose
basically,
either
when
way
you
it
signed
went,
that
right?
Contract, you signed that contract knowing.
Nah, like, okay, when I first, decided to go to the Raiders, it was between the Raiders and the Panthers, man.
You
Nah,
said
I'm talking about as far as the D. Like you signing the D, like say, got 4 or 5 DB.
Mhm.
These 3 right here worth 20.
Yeah.
You are outripped.
Well, as far as corner, I mean, my young viewers, bro, like this sounds really kind of crazy, but like investment wise and politic wise, bro, that's something that you ain't got to accept, but that's something you got to prepare for,
right.
as a man.
Yeah.
Because from there, what people don't understand, like they keep 4 or 5 corners, but they got your 2 starters and you got your nickel.
Right.
That leaves 2 corners. The 2 those last 2 corners you ain't just sitting over there waiting because you probably ain't gonna play.
Right.
You playing special teams, so and you got to play special teams, and from there is who's bigger, faster, stronger, smarter. So I mean, it's tough. And earlier in my career, maybe I would have got a lot more playing time than I did if I was better at special teams.
Right.
I wasn't. I was damn, and I was probably 185, 180. I was faster, but I mean, I just
The size.
I was getting, and I was making plays at corner,
Right.
but
Yeah,
they
You out there on the
really
island
kind
in
of,
the corner.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I was making plays at corner, but like I would go out there on gunner, which is hard, bro. Like people don't understand.
Yeah, you
But I was
fight.
going out there at gunner and
Fight.
kickoff return is the worst. But I was going out there at gunner, kickoff
Oh,
return,
hell no,
like
unless you returning.
and not returning. I'm
Kickoff
talking about
return.
blocking.
blocking kickoff return.
Bro, imagine me. You in college,
Yeah.
Imagine me, bro, 185, and I got 230, 4-3 coming at me full speed. I gotta stand my ground.
Oh, man.
Like that's hard. It's just something that I
Yeah.
wasn't able to do, early in my career.
Right.
And it cost me, a lot of active money, which
Right.
you got active, you got inactive, and you got practice squad. Which as far as pay, like, let's see, it's practice squad probably make 60% less, which is it's still good money. I'm not saying it's not good money, but
Right.
it's 60% less than really like what an active player is making as far as first years,
Right.
because your pay go up every year. But man, it's tough, and it cost me a lot of money just because I didn't perform well on special teams.
Gotcha.
So like when people come up to me and they say like, "Bro, you was killing, with the Raiders, the corners, bro. I swear you was one of the best corners out there." Like, I mean, I ain't get it down on special teams. That's why I didn't make the squad.
So a lot of that stuff like written in the contract that you have to do this stuff, or is
Nah, it's
it
just
just
it's 53 players, bro. Like you start out with double that, so half the roster's gone. With 53 players, you got to think you got 11 on O, 11 on D. That's 30 players they're looking for.
right.
And out of 30 players, 6 of them are inactive. So it's really 24 players they're looking for to fill all 4 special team slots.
Wow.
So it's a numbers game at that
Gotcha.
point. So
Who can play multiple
yeah,
special
who
teams?
can play multiple special
Yeah.
teams?
Wow.
Play
and-
kickoff and kickoff.
Yes,
return.
bro. So me, like, I was good on. I mean, kickoff, you go down and hit somebody. I was never scared to hit. Kickoff return, it's like corner, so I can do that. But kick, punt, it ain't really that hard, bro. But it's tougher than you think. But kickoff return,
right.
Bro, I know kickoff return
That's
ain't
what-
no joke,
bro, that's
Hell
what-
no.
you know what I mean? I just wasn't big enough. I had really the 2 guys that made it over me that were special teams guys. They had special teams contracts. Like you got guys in the league. Yeah, you got Odell Beckham, but you also got guys in the league that they're on a team just to play special teams.
Mhm.
So, they're making money just to run down. I mean, he's playing all 4 special teams, but he's probably, the key player on special teams. So,
Run down and hit somebody.
and like, that's what they do. That's what they do. Like Pro Bowl all special teams.
Say
And I'm
hit
not talking about returning. I'm talking about the guys that you don't see.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's tough, man.
Like long snap position.
Yeah, because it was, I mean, shoot, man, I've been on 3 teams, bro. Like, I've been better than a lot of the corners, bro. But, like, I just couldn't outdo them on special teams. Like, that's just, I mean, like, at that point, it's about who's stronger, who's faster.
Right.
And, dog, I'm strong when I'm fast, but there's some big, strong, fast dudes out here.
Heck yeah.
Is it
So-
something you find yourself working more on? Since that's one of
Yeah, I mean, like, all in all, I'm always working on corner, first and foremost, because,
Yeah.
I mean, that's where I made my money my whole life. So, and that's why I get picked up if I was to get released, because my corner tape. So, I'm always working on corner, but I'm definitely, man, just working on, keeping my weight. I'm about 200. I'm trying to stay there.
Because that's what I was gonna say. Like playing special teams would require you to be your best. That you're gonna have to put on weight, but that would take away from your putting on the extra weight would take away
Yeah.
from your skill set and your agility.
Yeah, because
on playing corner.
actually, when I was at the Bills, man, I ended up gaining like 10 pounds. Like I got like 205. Jags, they want me 200 and under.
Right.
But
Oh, yeah.
I mean, man, it's all about different teams, man. Get it where you fit in at.
Oh yeah.
It's like a job, man.
Oh yeah.
But it's tough, bro. Like it ain't easy.
I think
Me
so
too.
too.
Yeah.
I think I'm in a good place. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And oh yeah. And I mean the Jags, man, it's I mean, obviously I'm gonna say this. I mean, I play for them, you know what I mean? But like I feel comfortable here, as far as not only the players cause in the locker room, because the players, bro, we try to make it a good time. Like
Right.
it's all about money, bro. And best believe, like, you can be roommate with a dog, but it's you versus him. And this ain't about a high school rivalry, bro, or a college scholarship, bro. This is how you feed your family.
Right.
And he might be 28.
That's real.
So this is about his livelihood, bro. So
we
like,
gonna get it by any means necessary.
yeah. So like, I mean, he ain't gonna do. I mean, I haven't experienced nobody, do anything dirty. But like, I mean, you like, look, like, bro, we dogs, but I gotta feed my family.
Oh yeah, when I get out
You
here
know
on
what I
this
mean?
field though.
Yeah. So it's tough, but here, I feel good in the locker room, which I has in every locker room. But the coaches,
Yeah.
I've always had love from the DB coach, but the special teams coach, bro, like he really messes with me a lot. So I'm feeling good about this year, and man, I'm trying to play nickel. You know what I mean? Like they said, they got 2 of the best corners.
Shh,
So
I'm about to say, man, you get the.
oh, trust me, bro, they got
that's special, man.
yeah. So
Like who gets to say that? I got AJ Bouye and Jalen Ramsey on the
Jalen
other
Ramsey,
side
I'm
to
playing
learn
with.
and to learn the game from.
Mhm.
That's a blessing.
yeah, man.
And then you
Top
got
defenses on top of yeah, bro. Ooh,
Yeah. I mean, it's all a blessing, though, bro. I mean, I take it as, bro. I mean, I'm living my dream right now. You know what I mean? I dreamed it and I lived it.
Oh yeah.
So, I'm not taking it for granted, bro. I'm enjoying every moment of it. At this point, I'm trying to just, first and foremost, keep my job, so I can continue to provide for my family. But, I mean, I'm trying to uplift and inspire the, little homies around here to,
Right on.
you know what I mean? Like,
That's one thing I can say about you, bro. We appreciate that, bro. You do come
Yes.
home and you get back to
Yes.
the community as much as you can, bro. Like that's salute. I respect that and I honor that. For real. Like,
Yeah,
for
man,
real.
Salute.
That's salute to that, bro. 100%, bro. Cause I see you all the time. Like you even went and spoke with the play program. We had play program on last week, but salute to that, bro. How you teach, you come back, you go to schools, you start, you do camps, and you doing this at a young age, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you already have that in you that I need to be giving back. A lot of people don't reach that point
That's
until they
character,
done
man.
live their career for 10 years. You know what I'm
That's
saying? But you
character.
already giving back. So salute to you for that. Big fact.
yeah, man, I just, like I was saying earlier, man, I just try to balance that, man. I want to give back as much as I can, man, but like I said, also, I got to keep my job. And I'm not saying
Right.
that selfishly.
Right.
You can't get back if you ain't got nothing.
I got
give.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to balance all that, man.
You got to focus on self, bro. Just
Yeah.
you got to, bro.
Big facts,
Yeah.
big facts,
I'm trying to
big
balance
facts.
it all.
Last question, bro. You come from the same town. What's the biggest adjustment you had to make with the check? I know you got a bunch of money. I ain't gonna ask you how much money, but new money, new lifestyle. What's the biggest adjustment? New city, new state. I know it ain't like states.
Look, man, don't believe what you Google. I'm telling you, Google is completely wrong, bro. Like, don't believe the internet. But I mean, it's just managing it, bro. Like, the biggest adjustment is just managing it. I mean, it's easy to say, like, I'm gonna keep the same lifestyle, bro. Like, I got this money. I'm gonna still eat noodles. And trust me, bro, I eat noodles. Man, we can call my girl in right now. I eat noodles and hot dogs daily, every day. But like, it's like easy to say, like, I'm not gonna spend money on this when I get it. Like, how people do this. And it's easy to say, like, dang, like, you know, he in the NFL, how did he go broke afterwards? You know, blah, blah, blah. Like, but just because that's the conversation that I get, like, you know, don't go broke like them other NFL. Like, bro, it's.
Because I'll be thinking, like, I probably got to think, like, you inside this world, bro. Can you imagine, right? You got these other athletes now. Imagine what they're pulling up in, what they're living in.
Right.
So you, to some extent, you gonna have to
live up to that.
You know, like, hey, they got a Bentley. I got to at least pull up in a 760 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the reality of it.
And you like Kawhi.
And bro, like, it's not even about competing with the next man, because you know what that man make.
Right.
Amongst the locker room, we know what each other make, really.
Right.
So, like, you know if you can compete with him or not. And you know if your pockets can, you know, afford that. But it's just, like, for me, bro, I never realized how much until I did it, bro. Like, I got a crib, man. I got a car. You know, I got bills. You got cars that mess up. You got, like, bro, it's so much expensive, bro, that just hit you at one time. I had rentals that I shouldn't have had that just messed up at one time, bro. Like, man, stuff happens.
Right.
Stuff happens, bro. So my biggest adjustment was just managing it, bro. Like, it's not easy to manage money. Like it goes. It goes,
say
man.
more
like,
money, more problems.
Bro, like, I put something on Facebook, bro. Like, I don't know, maybe a few weeks ago, I was just like, if I gave you, which 10K is it's not a lot of money, bro.
Right.
I just said, I said, if I gave you, I said, if I gave you 10K right now, what would you do? Because on practice squad, I mean, you go get a 10K check. So, like, and I've had a 10K check. So, like, I've had it, and I ain't necessarily have a plan with it. It's gone. Boom.
Right.
So I asked my Facebook community, I said, man, if you had 10K right now, what would you do? And, I mean, I got a few answers. I mean,
if you don't already know what you're going to do with it, you're going to blow it.
I mean, I got a few answers, bro, but it was just like, you know, I'm an investor here. I'm an investor there. I'm investing myself, which I understand, bro. But, like,
that easy.
It ain't easy, bro. It ain't easy. Like,
you
can invest in something.
You always wanted. It's hard to.
Yeah,
you
like,
always look at shit that you want, and then you finally got the bread to get it.
I'm telling you, bro. Oh, definitely gotta have a plan, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's gonna all come together.
Definitely gotta have a plan, bro. Cause you know what I mean, things happen. That's why me, like, I still seek out people for, you know, advice. You know, just like Dame. Like, I met up with Dame a few weeks ago. I told him, bro, I just want to, you know, what I told you, bro. I said I want to just chill and chalk it up, just because, like,
it's a wise man, though.
I want to be around people that you know, you know, that can help me.
Bro.
So,
iron.
yeah, bro.
So I
So
got my team.
I'm just trying to learn, man. I'm trying to, you know, I'm learning from people in the league, even though our bag is completely different. That was the conflict I got there. They was like, yeah, bro, invest in this apartment in Atlanta and buy this. I said, bro, come on now. Like, I can't throw $600,000 in no apartment right here. What's wrong with you? Bro, I've been on practice squad 2 years, man.
No,
you know what I mean?
That's too risky. That's too risky.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, just manage it, man. It's tough. You know?
Man. Big facts, man. We appreciate you coming in, bro.
Man,
we know
for
you could have
real.
been a whole bunch of other places.
Sure,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? But you took the time. You come kick it with us
Man,
for an
for
hour
real.
and a half, man. We appreciate that.
For
Yeah,
sure,
100,
man.
man,
Anything, bro.
100.
I was chilling anyway.
yeah, it's
That's
big
playing the
facts,
game.
man. It's big facts.
I'm a
Yep.
stay-at-home dad in the off season, man.
Dang, man,
Hey.
keep motivating the community, bro.
Yeah, dang. You can
That's what I
say
say,
on yours
man.
too, bro. He's an
For real.
intelligent man, bro. Salute,
Very
bro. I respect
intelligent
that and I
guy.
honor you, bro. For real.
For real, man. He motivates me though. Well, that's money making Dame now. Don't let the man fool
Money
you,
man.
man.
That's what I
You
tell
know
him,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Can't hide
Hey,
money,
everybody can't buy stuff out of it. Where were you at last? Was the Gucci store with you? Come on, bro. Hey, you
Money
gotta have
making
money going
Dame.
Gucci now.
Bro, you
Got
ain't
some
talking
money
about
going
them
Gucci.
socks, is you, bro?
Gotta have
Come
some
on
socks,
now,
man.
hey.
$150 socks.
150
a
sock.
sock?
Boy, I paid 150 per
Come on,
sock.
Come on, man.
I
My
ain't
boy
got none of
goes.
those, fellas.
Now he goes get it now. For real though, I'm serious though. It motivates me, brother.
Yeah, indeed, bro.
Sure enough,
Appreciate
man.
you. Appreciate you, man. Who we got next week?
Next week we got Lauren Russell.
Lauren Russell next week, man. Y'all tune in next week.
Christian
Yeah.
King Bailey.
Christian King Bailey after
man.
that. Yo,
Right
for
on,
real.
man.
This is
Breon
Academy
Borders,
on there.
Damon Blackwell. Thank y'all.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. We appreciate
Appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate y'all coming through.
you. Yeah, man. It's Academy on there, man. We just here to inspire, motivate, and most importantly,
Show
Show
love.
love.